So, I haven't done anything like this before. The other day on Twitter, I wrote out a tweet asking people to reply with questions, so today we're going to answer them. I have been thinking of doing this kind of video for a while, ever since I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, which thank you all so much again for that, by the way. But sadly, due to personal reasons, I never got around to it. So here we are. I guess you could consider this the unofficial 100 subscriber special. If after watching this video you still have more questions that you would like me to answer, I do stream on Twitch twice or 3 times every single week, and the link will be in the description below. The first question is, what did you want to become when you were a kid? When I was a kid, I wasn't 100% sure on what I wanted to be when I grew older. I knew that I wanted to work on something that is related with computers, but I wasn't exactly sure on what I wanted. Fast forward to today, and I'm taking a course called Multimedia Software Development, which will hopefully allow me to get a job in game development in the future. And I know this may sound a little too generic and weird considering that this is a YouTube video, but in the back of my mind, I also always wanted to be a content creator. I grew up watching all these YouTubers and I wanted to be one of them, or at least a content creator on some sort of platform, and after all these years, I still do. I guess we have to see what the future holds on whether or not I will be able to actually achieve it, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. The next question is, what made you get into streaming? Like I said in the previous question, I have always wanted to become some sort of content creator, and what interested me the most about streaming versus just making YouTube videos is the live interaction. When you are streaming, you make the content with your viewers, if that makes sense. Viewers can send funny text-to-speech messages that will show up on screen, you can set up sound commands that will play sound effects, viewers can also influence which character you play in a video game, which can create a lot of funny moments. As a streamer, there are a lot of things that you can set up like that, which are sadly not possible in a YouTube video. When it comes to YouTube videos, you make a video, your viewers watch it, and that's it. There is no interaction there other than the comments that they might leave behind for you, but that's not the same as doing it live in a chat room. Don't get me wrong, I love making videos, but it's not the same as streaming. I hope this is all making sense, by the way. I am really bad at explaining things. Moving on. The next question is, how did you come up with your nickname? What does it mean or stand for? This is probably going to be the most disappointing answer in this video. My nickname, RC, it's just my initials. It doesn't mean anything, it's just the first letter of my first and last name. If you guys don't mind me taking you back in time a little bit, back in 2012, my parents got me a PlayStation 3, and to play online, of course, you need some sort of nickname, and the first thing that came to mind was RC. Unfortunately, RC is too short, so I put in 414 after it. Since then, I have been known as RC. I am sorry if this is disappointing, I don't have a cool origin story for my nickname. I just thought of it and it stuck. It's short, easy to remember, easy to pronounce, and it rolls off the tongue. It actually rolls off the tongue so well that even my real life friends call me RC instead of my real name because, according to them, it's easier to say, which is really interesting because my real name is really not that long. What about you guys? What is the story behind your nickname? Do let me know in the comments below, I would love to hear your stories. The next question is, what was your greatest accomplishment in 2020? If I'm being completely honest with you, I haven't accomplished much. 2020 has been such a weird and horrible year for me, and I know other people had it way worse than me. I'm not trying to downplay what other people have been through, but I haven't accomplished much last year. I guess if you want to consider it as an accomplishment, I met a lot of truly amazing people, and I also strengthened a lot of connections that I already had with others. So yeah. That is what I would say is my greatest accomplishment of 2020, and I'm super happy about it. The next question is, what is your all-time favorite moment on stream and why? My all-time favorite moment on stream has to be when I hit 100 followers for sure. 100 followers seemed like such an unreachable number for me at the time, and when I first hit it, it felt so surreal because it was the first milestone that I set for myself that I actually managed to hit. Every milestone I have reached so far has felt surreal, but that first one felt incredible, and I hoped it would be the first of many. The next question is, what are your favorite operators and why? Also, you're the best Zero player ever. Well, thank you. I don't really have any favorite operators, I usually play whatever the team needs, but if I had to pick some favorites, I do have some in mind. I know you mentioned him in your reply, but Zero is probably my #1 pick. In my opinion, he is one of the most underrated operators in the game because he can throw 4 cameras, and if they are thrown properly and go unnoticed, they can provide so much information, and in a game like Siege, where information is king, that's huge. Other favorites would be Hibana because she's a hard breacher and a 3 speed, plus I love to use her gun, Valkyrie for the same reasons that I mentioned for Zero, and Vigil simply because I love using the K1A. The next question is, how are you? I'm doing good, how are you? And the final question is, imagine this. You go to the showers with a bar of soap and you realize that you forgot to install a heater for the 348th time. It's 2 degrees outside with 30-kilometer winds and you are shirtless but it's too cold to take a shower. What do you do? Definitely not a personal experience. If I were you, I would number 1, remember to install a heater, and number 2, I don't know, it doesn't drop to 2 degrees here. And those are all the questions. Thank you guys so much for sending them in. It was a lot of fun answering them. If you guys have any more questions that you would like me to answer, just a friendly reminder that I do stream on Twitch twice or 3 times every single week, so feel free to stop by and ask your questions there. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe and ring the bell and give it a thumbs up. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.